What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. Uh, got another video for you all. And today it may be a little long of a video. I'm gonna try to do it as fast as I can. And so that's why we're going to get into it right away. And we are going to look at based AI, the brains, the whole thing. So we're kind of gonna go down memory lane again, because I did a video about this some time ago. But I am a creature of having to be reminding myself of things, and as humans, we tend to need that, that reminder constantly, and that tends to help as to why potentially we are in the projects that we're in, not just Pepecoin and based AI, but I mean pretty much this whole space. And so we're gonna get to it right away, guys. This is not gonna be financial advice, as always. If you do like the content, please hit the like, subscribe to the channel, comment in the section below, and I do respond back. The fear and greed index 49, so basically same thing. Bitcoin has gone down a little bit, so it's kind of cooling off. Ethereum, it's I mean practically everything is flat. Got Solana here still doing okay. I'm not gonna go crazy all the way down because I want to focus a little bit more today on the subject of the brains, and we'll play with some numbers and kind of get a little excited, at least in our imagination, as to where things can actually go. Um, Pepe, Pepe is getting, you know, a little red. The last 7 days, 12.6% in the red. Dog we've had doing all right. It's, kind of lost some steam today. Bonk doing okay. Mod coin still doing okay the last 7 days, but today has seen pretty decent drop. Cat in a dog's world also 11%. Seeing a bit of retracement. The Popcat still doing pretty good. It's been sitting around this 600 million market cap. So, you know, not really a lot changing. Not a lot of changes here. Excuse me. And Turbo also, continues to see a little bit of outflows. Maybe I'll do a video on Turbo sometime in the near future, maybe tomorrow or I don't know, one of these days. Maybe I'll do a video on Turbo and, you know, see what we find there. Trump, MAGA, not doing too well, but all right. Punky is doing okay. Um, oh, we skipped Pepecoin. But Pepecoin last 7 days still doing okay. But of course today it dropped a little. I did buy right before I started recording the video. I bought some more Pepecoin. So, or traded more ETH for Pepecoin. Boom. Michi still doing okay, even though today is taking a bit of a hit. So, non-playable coin, NPC, hasn't been doing too well the last 7 days. So, and I think that's all we're going to. Oh yeah, that's right. Pepe. Still 151% the last 7 days. So doing just killing it. But it is down 10.4% the last 24 hours. So, I mean, like I said, you guys can always come down here, take a look. Hoppy also doing okay. And all right. So, take a look at our normal tokens. Shadow still $15 million. Nothing really much, just trading sideways. Where we saw, let's take a look. So Pepecoin market cap $384 million. So I saw this little bit of dip and I was like, why not? And Turbo $267 million. So also, you know, I don't know, if you believe in the token, this may not be a bad entry. But what do I know? Just a guy, okay, in a computer looking at a screen. And we got Kekistan. Kekistan also has taken a bit of a dip, but still holding around this price range. So, yeah, it's doing all right. And Tucker also continues. I mean, 12.6 million dollars a steal, my opinion. Based AI. Based AI. Based AI, $145 million. So $4.07. So again, this is still very, very good, very extremely good price. As you guys will see how, what the team, the devs have created, you're gonna see that this price here is it's going to be such a bargain for based AI. And Pepe also, you're gonna see how crazily, extremely undervalued both of these tokens are. Which is it's pretty exciting. Pretty exciting if you are in here in the space on this beautiful July July 2nd. Oh, good lord. July 2nd, okay, 2024. All right, so let's get to this right away. The whole deal about the brains and all that. I've spoken about this a whole lot, and I've mentioned it before, previous videos. But there are some people that have joined the channel that are newer that maybe don't know about this or haven't heard, or maybe they just need a refresher. And so here it is. So the devs have created this ZK rollup LLM and all these other letters and stuff for all this crazy technology that they, the latest technology that are out there. And so they had this idea to create a project where you can actually send information completely encrypted from point A to point B. Okay. And you could send that information without ever revealing any any sensitive information in the entire process. So if I send this to one of you guys that are listening, right, and we use this technology, Um, the only two people that will ever see this information is me and whoever's on the other side of the message. Why is this important? Well, people are getting very sophisticated with technology, with AI in particular. And so imagine having all your sensitive information being stolen by people that are using bots for, criminal acts. And so, I mean, that's an extreme, but I mean, can it happen? Absolutely. And so, we don't understand at the moment the importance of keeping our information private. Like we don't grasp the urgency of that. And because that's the case, we don't really care much about it. And that's why we give our information practically, you know, to anything and everyone. And so, if that is going to be the case, this is where based AI comes into play, where it says, okay, if you want to send some information, especially if it's sensitive stuff, you can send it. Use our technology and you'll be able to send it from, I mean, the only two people that will ever see it is you and the recipient. And our technology is so good that it would be encrypted the entire time. There's, the way that the technology works is it'll be able to decipher what it says in the message, something like that, without ever revealing, what that information is to anybody else except for the sender and the recipient. So I don't know if that makes sense. If it didn't, practically only you who are sending and the other person on the other end are the only ones that will ever be able to see it because of this technology, this encryption. So definitely could be used in a lot of things, government, healthcare. I work in the healthcare system, and so I definitely understand here in the United States with HEPA and all that craziness that this could be absolutely, and I mean absolutely, a game changer. But anyways, a lot of talking there about. I just want you guys to understand the importance of what this technology, how important it can be for a real world asset. Yes, you heard that right. For a real, we keep hearing these terms right all over the place, but this would definitely be a real world asset. Uh, Crazy uh, project technology that can be very useful, like right off the gate, if everything works as it's supposed to. Anyways, all right, cool. Okay, so now that they created this project, now how do you make this work? And so the way that you make this work is by securing the uh, the chain, right? And so because it's gonna be an L1, and so the way that you do that, right, it's kind of like anything else. You have nodes, miners, yada yada yada, and so these nodes miners will be what will help, okay, facilitate all this information that's going to be traveling to and fro. At least this is the way that I understand it, and I'm telling you guys, I'm sharing this information according to the gospel of star. Okay, this is this is how I understand what I've so far. If I'm wrong, you guys can always comment in the section, and I could always, you know, fix whatever mistakes I have shared. But so far, I mean, this is the way that I understand it. And so now those nodes, okay, are going to be these things that are called brain, right? These brains are NFTs, and they kind of work like a real estate area where people can come and they can transact almost. And so miners can come to this uh, this NFT of yours, and they could use it to be able to help, you know, get whatever transactions need to get done. And so practically these brains are gonna be what moves this entire project. Okay. So they are absolutely essential for this network. And so, because of that importance, we, okay, I'm not going to say we, I'm going to say I want to get a brain really bad. Okay. And here are the ways to get a brain. One way to get a brain is if you are rich enough and have 100,000 Pepecoins or more, you can stake it, okay, for 3 months. You stake it for 3 months and then you get a brain. However, if you unstake your Pepecoins, the brain is returned to the public pool. So as long as you have those 100,000 Pepecoin stake, the brain is yours. The minute that you unstake it, the brain is not yours. So it's almost like a lease, right? That you're having for the brain. So that's one way how to get a brain. The second way, which is the most feasible for most of the people, is by burning Pepecoin. And this is where Pepecoin becomes a super meme token with an amazing utility. The only way, and I'm going to repeat this, the only way to get a brain is using Pepecoin. Yes, you heard that right. And I will repeat, the only way to get a brain is using Pepecoin. Either stake Pepecoin or you burn Pepecoin. How amazing of the devs to actually think of this. And so the burned Pepecoin pathway, it exchanges for brain credits. Okay, so three things: Pepecoin, brain credits, and then there's the brains. So with the Pepecoins, you can get brain credits. For the very first brain, one Pepecoin will equal one brain credit. But this is going to increase like exponentially. And I'm going to show you like a chart of, how much it will cost at certain points, okay, each brain. And so one Pepecoin for the very, very, very first brain to be released to the public, one Pepecoin will equal one brain credit. And then you're going to notice that you're going to need 1,000 brain credits to be able to get one brain. And so if all brains are issued, 107.5 million Pepecoins will be burned, approximately 80% of the total supply. approximately 80% of the total supply. Do you guys have an idea of the supply crunch that this is going to have, the impact that it's going to have on the price action? Absolutely insane. That's why when I hear people talking about, oh, Pepecoin doing a 10x or something like that, I'm like, you're not even considering the burn. Because, I mean, just the burn alone will give you like almost an automatic 4x. That is powerful. This thing is extremely powerful. If you guys cannot understand this, like study this out. This will like propel uh Pepecoin's price significantly. Okay? So keep that in mind. Nearly 80% will be burned. Okay. For those participating in the burn method, BasedAI is issuing an ERC20 called brain credits, right? So again, one Pepecoin equals one brain credit for the very first brain that will be issued. This is gonna change because eventually it's gonna be like 10 Pepecoins for one brain credit, then 100 Pepecoins for one brain credit, and 1,000 Pepecoins for one brain credit. You're gonna see what I mean. So you burn Pepecoin to get brain credits. You burn brain credits to get a brain. Boom. So Pepecoins to get brain credits to get a brain. Each brain will always cost 1,000 brain credits. Okay, so one brain will always cost 1,000 brain credits. But these 1,000 brain credits in the beginning for the very first brain is going to be 1,000 Pepecoins. But for the second one, it's not going to be 1,000 Pepecoins any longer. For the second one, it's going to be 1,200 Pepecoins for 1,000 brain. For the third brain, it's going to be 1,400 Pepecoins for 1,000 brain. And then it's going to continue to go up and go up and go up and go up. That's what it's saying here, right? So, which means the maximum supply of brain credits is 1,000, okay, brain credits times 1,024 brains, or 1.024 million brain credits. However, for every 1,000 Pepecoin burned, the price in terms of brain credits increases by 200 Pepecoin. And that's exactly what I was telling you here. The first one is going to be 1,000 Pepecoins that is going to cost. The second 1,000 brain credits, okay, is going to be 1,200. The third 1,000 brain credits is going to be 1,400, and yada, yada, yada. So here it is. Boom. First 1,000 brain credits requires one. The second one, la, 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 la. I just said that. Okay. Okay, so fix redeem 1,000 brain credits for one brain, variable burn, Pepecoin for brain credits. Yeah, okay. So here is the okay. Yeah, so what this is saying is this will never change. This is fixed. It will always be 1,000 brain credits for one brain, which we already spoke about this here. Okay. But it won't always be, and I mean, it will not always be 1,000 Pepecoins for 1,000 brains. This is where it'll start to make a little bit more sense. So the first, okay, well, it's already starting. So here, the example, it's already starting at brain. Oh no, so brain one. Brain one, there you go. 1,000 brain credits equals, so you're gonna have to pay 1,000 Pepecoins. Already by brain four is 1,600 1,600 Pepecoins that you're gonna need to get 1,000 brains. By brain 14, it's gonna be 3,600 Pepecoins that you're gonna need for 1,000 brain credits. Okay, brain number 76 is gonna cost you 16,000 Pepecoins. Let me see here already, about halfway through. So for one brain, you're gonna have to spend for brain number 500. Brain 500 is gonna cost 100,800 Pepecoins. And there's probably a whole bunch of you guys thinking this is crazy. And so look at this. Towards the end, so the very, very last, let me see if I'm able to get it. Anyways, no, it's not letting me. But anyways, so the very, very last brain, number 1024, is going to cost 205,600 Pepecoins. Because the last brain is number 1024. So we just add 200 to this one, to this one here. So 205,600 Pepecoins is what's gonna cost to get that brain. And then you're probably thinking, who in their right mind is gonna spend so much money to get these brains? And that's an excellent question. So here is the deal. So brains staking, okay, so if you have a brain and you're staking based on mainnet, okay, so they're expecting that for the first year, you're going to generate 13,200 based tokens. Okay, these are the tokens for the mainnet. And so not BasedAI, based token. And so 13,200 tokens. I mean, if you, let me see, I got a calculator here. So let's get rid of this and let me see if I could just bring it right to, no. So let's say we have, how much was it? 13. So it is 13,200, right? So 13,000, let me see, 13,200 times, and you know, at the moment it's what? It's $4. Let's see what it would be. So $53,000 in 1 year. Okay, so that's, you're like, oh, well, you know, that's not that much. Well, what if, okay, we 13,200, and let's say that this base token goes up to $10. I mean, $10. Can it go to $10, guys? You're right, it can go to $10. So if it goes to $10, we're looking at $132,000 in 1 year. You are not, this is passive income, okay? You're not working for this. I mean, yes, you paid huge money up front, but what if BasedAI ends up hitting numbers close to what BitTensor, Tau has hit? $300, $400, $500, $600. If it hits, let's go to, you know, the lower range. Let's say it's $300. I think Base can definitely hit $300 this cycle. If it does, look at how much money potentially, whole, like, no wonder there's some people that are going crazy, that are just waiting for this thing to come out. And here's the thing. this is probably the reason why a lot of people are not talking about this until this gets released and they snatched up their brains, okay? Because if I gotta do this again, it's not even right. 13,200 times $300. Shoot, let's just do 200 bucks because that thing almost scared the living lights out of me. And still, I mean, that's absolutely crazy. And that's the base, okay? For the first year, that's going to be the base amount that you'll be able to farm out of this, to be able to get out of this. If you have your own base tokens, you can actually stake it in your own brain, okay, node. So you can still get more yield on top of your yield, and you'll get paid for staking your own base tokens. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy the amount of money that you can get out of this. And so if base token goes up to 200 bucks, this is how much you'll generate in that first year. $2.6 million. Yeah, you heard that right. If it goes to 200 bucks, if it goes anything above that, well, you guys have calculators. You guys can go ahead and your fingers, just go ahead. I mean, play in your phones, and it'll give you the same numbers that I'm looking at here. Okay, that we're all looking at here. This is insane. Now, if you end up actually producing more than the 13,200 base, okay? Because this is for the first year. This is not including any additional base earned by others staking based on that brain, nor fees for individuals using. This is, in other words, this is the base, okay? This is the very base amount of tokens that you could get in that first year. It's 13,200, okay? Just holding it practically, not doing a thing with it. Now, if you do go ahead and, you're like hustling this thing, right? And you're grinding this bad boy. And now, um, you'll get paid for staking, base tokens and, for others and fees for individuals, yada, yada, and all that. So taking all this into account, it's estimated to be more around 30 to 80,000 base token. And I think these numbers are for the first year, okay? Because we're, base is going to have, I think, a halving every year. So kind of like Bitcoin's having, but it's going to be every year, if I'm not mistaken, for 10 years, something like that. Bitcoin's having is every 4. And so these numbers will drop. But with that, the price of each token should be able to go up as well. Okay, which is the same case with Bitcoin. And so this is going to be an absolutely insane, and I mean insane moneymaker, guys. Insane moneymaker. Because I just worked with the base price. I always like to go, to the lower end. Okay, if that's the case, let's even do this. Let's go ahead and let's take that 13,200 and we're going to multiply it times 100, right? Like, let's say if it just hits 100. For that 1 year, you don't do anything with this brain, you're going to get $1.32 million, okay? If this token hits 100 bucks. Just, that's why some people in Twitter are dreaming about that, they would hope to have a brain. But it's going to cost, okay? It's going to cost to get the brain, but you're going to get your monies back, okay? If this thing becomes a hit, and I truly believe it can, get ready because you may not have to work ever again in your life. if this thing ends up going the way that it's planning, and it generates the amount, okay, of tokens that it is intended to generate. And then here it just talks about the two different type of brains that are going to be. One is an ERC 404, the other one is an ERC 721. It's very technical. We're not going to go crazy about that. Just know that one is going to be for people that hold like a whole brain. They're going to get a certain type of NFT type brain, and the other one is going to be kind of like a fractional brain where people that don't have hundreds of thousands of Pepecoins that want, at least want a portion of a brain, they can. And that's the reason why this whole getting Pepecoin burning, I mean, getting a brain through this burning mechanism is going to be so amazing, because it's going to allow the little people like us to actually be able to get, if we can't get one whole brain, at least get a portion, okay, of a brain. If you are able to get maybe a 10% of a brain, okay, then at least you get a 10% and you're not completely out of getting one. Right? If you could get 50% of a brain, then at least you get 50% of a brain and you're not completely, out of the game. But I mean, at least you get something, and this thing will just continue to produce money for you. That's, in other words, you kind of become almost like a miner, you know, you're definitely a node, right? So this is just super, super awesome. Hopefully, you guys have understood all of that, what I was trying to explain here. I'm trying to make it as clear as possible as to why based AI is a must, a must have it in my portfolio. Not, I don't know about yours, but in my portfolio is definitely a must have. Even though at the moment I'm focusing more on getting Pepecoin, I do have both token, but I'm focusing on getting more Pepecoins because of this very event that's gonna be coming soon. One day, when mainnet goes live. All right, let me clarify something about mainnet and the burn and all that. So when mainnet goes live, okay, that is going to be the time when they're going to open, and I mean they is the devs, the team, okay, the Pepecoin and BasedAI team. They're going to open the whatever portal it is for us to be able to get these brain credits so that we could get these brains. Okay. How is that going to get rolled out? We don't know. The team hasn't said a word. Trust me, when I find out, I will tell you guys how the process is going to be. Okay. Because honestly, if I could get a whole brain, great. If I can only get 50%, great. If I can only get 10%, great. I mean, I'm not here to just have everything for myself. It's not as fun. I'd rather carry more people with me, and I mean that, guys. I really, really mean that. Because I think as a community, we would definitely be way, way stronger than just two or three people just running the whole thing. I mean, then it becomes a centralized thing again. Is what's the whole point of that? But um, so with that said, when they open the portal, then they're gonna figure out how they're gonna roll this out. Is it gonna be a first come first serve? Maybe they're gonna have something where maybe people that are holding certain NFTs, maybe they get a preference. I don't know. Honestly, right now, this is just me just assuming, or just thinking what could potentially be. Um, Not that the team has said anything, but I don't know exactly how it's going to be rolled out. And I don't think anybody knows except for maybe the team. Okay. But none of this is, it's something for us to worry about at the very moment because I'm pretty sure that there's going to have to be an announcement as to, when mainnet is going to go live, you know, maybe, I don't know. Like I said, just speculating here, guys. But there should be some type of order how to get this, because if not, it's gonna be a total mess. But it's gonna be madness to get these things, because of course everybody's gonna try to get them as cheap as possible. But then the big money, they're not gonna care, and they're gonna get it at whatever price. So, um, yeah. So I think that's going to be it. I was gonna try to play around with some um, Pepecoin potential price prediction, but the video is already long enough. But I'm telling you, this is essential information for these brains. But let's just do some very quick. Maybe I'll go a little bit more in depth in another video. Um, yeah, you know what, guys? Yeah, it's already long enough. We'll just say, well, maybe in the next video, I'll go ahead and I'll talk about Pepecoin's potential. Like, and I've done a video on this before, but again, it always is good to kind of keep certain perspective in front of us in mind, and kind of remind us, that there is better days ahead for sure for both of these projects. And this is absolutely massive. This base uh, project, it's going to be absolutely massive. Anyways, this is gonna be it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember, none of this is financial advice. I am Star, and I am out. Peace out, y'all.